Hello, everybody. I'm Scott Walker. I am your son's, our daughter's PE teacher. I've been here for 26 years and I have taught PE. I am also teaching life PE and modified PE, along with two other general ed physical education classes. Um, I'm also the head girls varsity swim coach. I've been coaching here since day one on my arrival at LT. I've coached the girls, the guys, the girls and the guys, and now back to the girls. I want to talk to you briefly about what this class is all about. It's hopefully an outlet that your son and daughter can have during their Zoom days when they come to my class. I really want it to be somewhat of a break, a mental break, and a stress release where they can work on regrouping their mind and their emotions. We're going to be covering the fitness components of health, which is flexibility. We'll cover body composition, we'll cover muscular strength, we'll cover muscular endurance, and then also cardio endurance. With those components, we develop workouts throughout the semester that will hit each one of those components. We will also be discussing the importance of the physical activity and what it actually does, not only for you physically, but really, most importantly right now, what it does for mentally and emotionally. We will be covering the SEL. We spent a good amount of time this summer as a department working on a SEL curriculum to cover social and emotional learning. This is something that I've started from day one. I'm having your sons and daughters just write down a journal daily just about, the first question of the class is, how do you feel today? And then also, why do you feel that way? And if it's a good feeling and you're in a good place, then what can we do to maintain that feeling throughout the day? And also, if you're not feeling too well, and they write down that they're not feeling well, we want to discuss what is it we can do to get out of that mood, or what is it we can do to enhance a more positive attitude towards the rest of the day. I'm also a big fan of social interaction, so we go to a lot of breakout rooms where the kids can end up talking to somebody different in their class, in groups, of course. Hopefully that will help with being kind of in the house all day long. And then we also are trying to do activities where, after school when their parents are home, that they make it a point to at least get out of the house and move around a little bit. Of course, the more physical activity you receive, the more active that your mind is, and hopefully that will rejuvenate them for the next day of e-learning. How we are graded is in 4 different objectives. Now, objective 1 is really a daily cognitive paying attention during the class. Are you interactive? Do you participate? Are you positive towards the class and the environment that we are holding on the computer? Objective 2 is our written tests that we will have. Now, hopefully we will prepare them well enough for the written tests, but if we have any kind of problems or concerns with how a test came back, I am all for going ahead and having the ability and the capability of retaking that test. Objective 3 is physical engagement. This one is a difficult one to cover when we are not in person. So I have been talking a lot and stressing a lot about honesty. This is all about them. anything that we do in this class directly relates back to them, and that there is absolutely no reason to be dishonest. Just when we do a physical activity, or if I have them doing an activity on a asynchro day, then I want them to honestly write down or submit what they did, regardless if it was a lot or a little, because the honesty part plays back into the social emotional learning about how they feel with themselves. And being honest is, in anything that we do, any aspect of our daily lives, being honest is what makes us feel good about ourselves, regardless if we had wronged or if we've done something right. Objective 4 is behavior. That goes back to, how are we behaving during class online? If they're, supportive, I really like it when kids are supportive of one another's strengths and weaknesses. And to me, that goes, again, back to social and emotional learning. So we are really trying to make things work for your kids, and I honestly believe that our class is extremely important to recover. You may have my class at the end of the day, or if it's at the beginning of the day, to rejuvenate and recover for the next day. Now, if you log into my class, I have to take attendance and wait for everybody to check in, but then I would submit you into the class as I'm taking attendance. But when you come into class, the first thing when you open up into the room, it is a mental relaxation video that is playing, and it's ongoing as I'm taking attendance. And it really is geared for calming them down and just being able to take a deep breath and breathe. I also have virtual nature walks that they come into. So it's pretty cool. All with the understanding that this is a whole new world that we are walking into, and it doesn't have a playbook. There isn't a playbook that anybody really can go to and say, this is how we do it. We are developing how we do it. And some things might work, some things might not. And so what we need to do is take what works and build on that and disregard what is not working. But the only way that we can figure that out is just go ahead and take the chance and implement the lessons and see if they stick. If you have any kind of questions, please feel free to reach out to me by email at swalker@lths.net, and I will email you right back. But what I will probably end up wanting to do is I'll email you back, or I'll ask permission to give you a call, because I am a person that would like to communicate to you by voice and on the phone, rather than going back and forth with the emails. I think we really need to focus on keeping that social interaction, and right now that might be just by hearing each other's voices. The slideshow is on the Canvas page, so if you want to check that out, please feel free to do so. I hope you find LT is opening up for your son and daughter, and that we are doing anything and everything to make their experience by remote learning an enjoyable one. It's definitely challenging, but I believe we will get better at it and more comfortable as we go along, because I, for one, am not a computer expert. So I am learning everything alongside of your son or daughter. Okay? Well, listen, it's nice talking to you, and I hope you find this video well. Take care. Bye.